Hey, welcome everyone to another Super Saturday. Today we're going to talk about the XANGO compensation plan, and I'm going to break this down into 3 parts. The first part is, if you're a brand new person taking a look at XALO for the first time, you just need enough information to see that you can make money. You want to see, I can make money, how much can I make, what do I have to do to make it, how quickly can I get there? So that's what we talk about when we do a opportunity presentation on the compensation plan. But then, once you decide to become a distributor and you want to sign up and you want to get started and you want to build your business, then you need to know, well, how do I maximize this compensation plan? How do I build so that I can make the most amount of income? And people are always looking for those building strategies. So we're going to do that in the second part. The second part will be 4 steps to maximize that income. And then the third part is, as you become experienced at XANGO, we're in the network marketing industry. Therefore, there's a lot of competition out there and a lot of other companies with different compensation plans, and you're going to run across them. So we want to know, everybody thinks they have the best plan. Every time I've ever talked to anyone in any other company, they all say how fantastic their compensation plan is. But when I want to ask them specific questions about it, they really can't answer. They really don't know the dynamics of their particular pay plan, what the actual payout is of that particular pay plan. And so we want to, as we become professional network marketers, professional XANGO distributors, we want to be able to talk about our compensation plan and be able to explain why our compensation plan is so fantastic. So we're going to do all 3 things today. So the first thing I do is when I'm doing a presentation, if you were a brand new prospect and we're sitting down together to take a look at this business, is I go over a little bit of the presentation. This is a presentation I do when I'm focused on the money. And what I mean by that is sometimes I meet somebody, they're under 30, I talk about MB30 movement and Limitless, and I have a presentation that's a lot more about Limitless and a lot more about this MB30 movement that's taking place, because that's what I think is going to appeal to that particular dynamic. Other times I meet people that they're really interested in the ageless. They've got good questions about the ageless. They want to know all about the product. They want to understand. And so my presentation there would have a focus on the ageless product and give the details on the XALO ageless product. But either of those presentations still go into the same compensation plan. So this is my presentation when I'm not talking to somebody who's particularly interested in MB30 or Limitless or ageless. What they want is to know is how to make money. They're there strictly for a business opportunity to learn how they can make money. So I have a very short part of the presentation to explain that, and then this one is focused on showing the money. So first I let them know XALO is a brand new division, a brand new opportunity. People like ground floor. Now it's interesting because experienced and savvy people do not like ground floor companies because of the risk. It's just really high risk. But everybody wants a ground floor opportunity. Everybody wants to be in at the beginning of the next big wave. And of course, that's where millionaires are created, by being in at the beginning of the next big wave. And XALO is a brand new division of XANGO, and we've got amazing products that appeal to everyone, Generation X, Y, baby boomers, and beyond, from gym products and an energy drink to anti-aging products and more. The company behind XALO is XANGO. It's an 11-year-old company. They built a $1 billion brand in the first 5 years. They opened over 40 markets, created over 100 millionaires, got a patent on their original flagship product, which they've done over $2 billion in sales worth now, and have done some amazing things all over the world with their worldwide charities that support families everywhere. Now, that $1 billion brand that XANGO created, they did that faster than Dell Computers built their brand to $1 billion. Faster than Starbucks did $1 billion in sales. Faster than Apple, Microsoft, Nike, and so many other companies. The first 10 years of XANGO were amazing, but the next 10 years is what we're really excited about because of this brand new division, XALO Office Solutions. Solutions for people who want to run a little longer, work a little harder, recover a little faster, take it to the next level. And solutions for people who want to stay young and be young and hold on to those people who've been looking for the fountain of youth, because life is for living. So let's talk about the money. The XALO compensation plan is focused on volume, building volume. So what does that mean? Sales. So you're going to buy product. That's volume. You're going to sponsor customers. That's volume. You're going to sponsor distributors. Some of those distributors are going to sponsor customers. Some of those distributors are going to sponsor other distributors. So no matter what you're focused on, customers, distributors, retailers, wholesalers, signing up health clubs and gyms, or people worldwide, people local, as you do that and people purchase products, that creates volume. So as we build this volume, we're going to be able to promote in this compensation plan and earn lifestyle bonuses that are going to allow you to drive your own dream. Rank advancement bonuses, hundreds of thousands of dollars in additional bonuses as you hit the various ranks within this compensation plan while you're building a substantial 4, 5, or 6-figure monthly income. We have weekly power starts in all new distributor orders, a 9-level unilevel, global bonus pools allowing you to literally earn commissions off of the sale of every product sold worldwide. We have a phenomenal customer program which allows you to not only make money on your own customers, but also, once again, a residual customer program with a weekly payout paying over 9 levels deep. We have a 50% actuarial payout with dynamic compression. We have trips and incentives galore. So let's just look at how we build. So it starts off, you are going to build a team. You're going to sponsor some people that are just going to be customers. You're going to sponsor some people who will sponsor other customers and other distributors. So you're building a team, and then you're helping those members on your team build teams of their own. And all the qualifications in this plan are based on your own personal volume and your personal group volume, the number of teams that you sponsor, and how much volume your teams are doing in their group, your team's group volume. Now, all the numbers that we're going to talk about here, we're going to talk about points. We talk about points because we have a worldwide compensation plan. People purchase XALO products all over the world in their own currency. Some people purchase in pesos, and some people purchase in yen. Some people purchase in dollars. But no matter what you purchase, a box of XALO Ageless, for example, is 100 points. So as we talk about 100 points, that means 100 points, whatever it is in whatever currency. The awesome thing is, because of the point system, everybody pays in their own currency, but we're able to earn income. We're able to sponsor people in other countries immediately. The moment we sign up, we don't have to reach a certain rank first or anything. And the computers at XALO will automatically calculate those commissions, calculate everything into points, and then pay you based on whatever those points are worth in your own currency. Pretty phenomenal. So let's just look at some of the positions and what we would have to do to get there. Now this chart, in red, I'm focusing on the 3 positions that I get most often. A lot of people want to know, how do I make a 4-figure monthly income? Other people say, I want to make a 5-figure monthly income. And to a lot of people, I really focus on that position, because that position, for most people that have never made that kind of money, sounds like more money than you could ever imagine spending in the world. Life-changing. But then people who've made that kind of money know that you can make more than that. You can make double that, triple, quadruple. You can even make 6 figures a month in income. So for people who want to make 6 figures, I show them how to do that too. So these different positions, they're all different titles that you receive in XANGO, and every time you reach one of these titles, you get a pin and a certificate in the mail, and more importantly, you get a raise on your paycheck. So the very first title position is called 1K. A 1K will purchase 100 points in products personally. So let's say you're focused on XALO Ageless, it would be 1 box of XALO Ageless. And then your team, your personal group volume, that's all your customers and all your distributors and your own volume included, that's everything on your team, has to be 1,000 points. And then you've got to have 3 people that you personally sponsored that have 100 points on their team each. For most people, that'll be their own personal purchase. But it doesn't have to be. It could be somebody who buys just a box of Limitless, which is worth 25 points, and sponsors 3 other customers who just buy 1 box of Limitless. And then that would total between the 4 orders 100 points. It doesn't even matter if the members on your team have a personal purchase. It doesn't matter where the volume comes from. It just matters that you sponsored somebody who sponsored someone who sponsored somebody who sponsored somebody who, somewhere on that team, the total volume reaches the team point volume that's needed. So that's the 1K position. The average 1K makes enough money to pay for their product. By the way, we also have a Nothing Beats Free program. Nothing Beats Free allows you to earn additional products for free. We've got a program with Nothing Beats Free where you sponsor 3 or more customers, and depending on that total customer volume that you have, you can earn a variety of packages of products. If you do 500 in total customer volume, there's another level if you do 1,000 in total customer volume that you can earn additional free product, which is phenomenal. But of course, we have to purchase also 100 points in products to be eligible for the pay to receive the commissions, and the average 1K makes enough on their commission check to even pay for the product that they're purchasing. The next position is called 5K, and this is a very exciting position. It's what I try to focus people on their first 90 days. 5K has 100 points personal and has 5,000 points in total team volume, their personal group volume, 5,000 points. They've sponsored 3 or more people, but 3 at least that have 1,000 points on their own individual team. Now, the 5K position is very exciting. At the 5K position, as you're building towards the next level, once your group volume gets to 10,000 points, you're eligible for the Drive Your Own Dream program. Very exciting. The Drive Your Own Dream program gives you an additional bonus of $400 lifestyle bonus in addition to your regular check and allows you to literally drive your own dream. What does that mean? A lot of people call it a car program because for a lot of people a car is something that they really focus on wanting to get. And why not get a car and let XALO pay for it? So you can get a $400 payment every single month to make that payment. But the thing is that XALO doesn't tell you what kind of car to get. They say, they don't even tell you have to get a car. They say this is to drive your own dream. Maybe it's a motorcycle. Maybe it's a boat. Maybe it's a cruise. Maybe it's education for your grandchildren. Whatever that is, at that level, you get an additional, on top of your check, $400 lifestyle bonus to help you fund that dream. Next position is called 20K. I have 20,000 in total volume on my team. I'm doing 200 points personally at this point. Again, I still have 3 teams, and those teams are each doing 5,000 points. And now I get a rank advancement bonus. So in the 20K position on, every time we hit a different rank, in addition to our monthly residual checks, in addition to our weekly checks on our customers and new distributor orders, I get a rank advancement bonus, $3,000 to $5,000. Now, why the range? See, XALO will pay every person this rank advancement bonus when they hit the title, no matter how long it takes to get there. However, to help you be successful, to put you on a track where you're actually not going to put off till tomorrow what you could do today, there's an accelerated bonus program that if you hit 20K within 6 months of your sign-up date as a distributor, you can actually get $5,000 instead of $3,000. Now, this is exciting. I kind of call it the story of the tortoise and the hare. You know, some people will take years to get to the 20K position. They will. It'll be because they have a busy life, because they have not yet developed the belief in themselves so that they can do it. Their why is not big enough. But someday they'll get there, and when they do, they get that $3,000 bonus. Other people have a big why. We're putting them on a fast track. On the market, set, go, let's go. And for those people, 6 months is very doable because these numbers that XALO came up with for the time to hit the accelerated bonuses is the average time it took to reach these titles in XANGO. So we're very excited about that because in XALO, the difference between XALO and XANGO is we are focused on a volume-based plan, building teams with volumes, and volume always happens before titles. It just does. So very exciting that we'll hit these positions even sooner, but the average time it took in XANGO was 6 months. So if you're average, you're going to get the accelerated bonus. Okay, Premier, this is the one I'm really excited about because it's a 5-figure monthly income. That seems to be probably 80% of the people that I sponsor in this business want to know how to make 5 figures a month. And this is it. You become a Premier. You become a Premier by doing 200 points personal and developing a team, your group volume of 50,000 points. And that's just 3 teams. You can have 4, 5, 6, 10 teams, but at least 3 of those teams, 2 of them have to have 20,000 in volume on their team, and 1 of them have to have 5,000 in volume on their team. And you're going to have a whole lot more than that, but you help 3 teams grow to the 20,000 points. It doesn't matter what their rank is. There could just be 20,000 points on that team, and there might not even be a single 5K in the bunch. So you're just working with people who are building in any way they want to build. Whether or not it's sponsoring other distributors who sponsor distributors and leveraging yourself by building a dynamic organization, or you're sponsoring a health club which just wants to purchase the XALO Pro products for the gym, and they do 20,000 in volume just selling to customers. As long as you sponsored somebody who creates 20,000 in volume on their team. So 2 of those teams are doing 20,000, one of them is doing 5,000. Your total team volume is 50,000 and you're a Premier. Now a Premier gets the full 9 levels of our compensation plan. The Premier also gets to share in a global bonus pool of all the volume of all the products sold anywhere in the world by any distributor. You get a piece of that at the Premier level and above. So at this level, it's a 5-figure average income. In addition to that residual monthly income, your lifestyle bonus goes up to $600, $600 a month to pay for that dream. Maybe your dream's got a little bigger at this point. Payment's a little bigger. You also get a rank advancement bonus of a dream trip for 2. And if you do that within 1 year, they're going to give you a big envelope full of cash to spend on that trip. Very exciting. Let me talk about this for a minute because this position is life-changing for most people. Definitely you're able to be full-time. Definitely you're able to put a lot more time and effort into this business, and you've certainly gained some more knowledge, and you've gained some credibility, you've gained that experience. You've got a whole team now that you're working with, and wow, do things multiply quickly at this level. The dream trip, the very first XALO trip is called XALO 1, and it's December 7th through 14th, and it's going to be an amazing week-long French Caribbean cruise, the best ports, and it'll be amazing. Now, I don't know how many people have ever been on a cruise before. For me, the very first cruise I ever won with the company was about 20 years ago. And it was just a regular cabin. There was no balcony. But I was just excited to have a little porthole. And it was only a 3-day cruise, and you can't get to the really good part of the French Caribbean on a 3-day cruise. But still, it was magical, and it was life-changing for me. This cruise is amazing. This cruise, you've got ocean suites, balconies overlooking the ocean. You've got amazing 5-star accommodations, a 5-star ship on Celebrity. This is a trip you don't want to miss. Now again, the tortoise and the hare. This trip is in December. To qualify, you need to hit this level of Premier by July. Plenty of time to do it. we've got 6 months still, or a little less than 6 months to do it. But once again, the average time it takes to get to Premier is 12 months. If you don't do it in the next 6, you'll go on the next trip. That's the amazing thing is there's not just one trip with XANGO. There's trip after trip after trip after trip. And when you get to that level, even if it took you 10 years to do it, you're going to get to go on a life-changing dream trip for 2. The next couple positions are higher Premier positions. They get you larger shares in the global bonus pool, which the average income, of course, goes way up as a result of that, and then bigger rank advancement bonuses. The 100K has 100,000 in volume with 4 teams. So they're building 4 teams now. 3 of the teams have 20,000 in volume. 1 of them has 5,000 in volume. Again, your total is 100. The rank advancement bonus at the 100K is $10,000. And if you do that within 2 years, that number goes to $25,000. The 200K position, 200,000 in volume. You're building 4 teams. 3 of them have got 50,000 in volume. 1 of them has 20,000 in volume. And now your rank advancement bonus goes up to $25,000. And if you hit that within 3 years, $50,000. On top of that rank advancement bonus you got is 100K, on top of the Premier, on top of the 20K, on top of the monthly residual income and the quarterly bonus pools, and on top of that, your lifestyle bonus goes up to $800. You can drive a Escalade for $800. You can drive a, I don't know, I haven't looked at all the prices of all the vehicles to see what an $800 payment would get, but you can drive your dreams with an $800 monthly payment to pay for that. Amazing. The 500K position, this position has a 6-figure average income. 6-figure average income, and you can do that by building just 5 teams. You've got 500,000 in volume on your team. You got 1 team that does a couple 100,000 in volume, a couple teams that you've got 100,000 in volume, a couple teams you've got to 50,000 in volume. So you're building 5 teams, helping them build volume. You've got 500,000 in volume, and you get a 6-figure monthly income plus the rank advancement bonus, $50,000. And if you do it within 4 years, $100,000. Now add it all up. That is almost $200,000 in additional rank advancement bonuses for hitting these positions. They're paying you a couple $100,000 to build, to help you build a 6-figure monthly income. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. There is some money in this compensation plan. People are promoting quickly because it's easy to do and it's easy to talk about. Now, I say easy, but you have to work. You do have to share the products. You do have to share the opportunity. You do have to send people to presentations like this. You do have to actually talk to people, make appointments, sit down, show them the business. But if you do that, but that's easy, right? The definition to me between easy and difficult would be being a roofer in Phoenix, Arizona in the summertime. That would be a hard, tough, miserable job. And I don't care how much they paid me, I would have a very difficult time doing something like that, even if it was 6 figures a month. That would be hard. But you're going to pay me 4, 5, or 6 figures a month for sitting in my air-conditioned office on my computer, talking on my phone, meeting people at restaurants and at Costco or wherever I'm at, and inviting them to take a look at a business that's changing the world, starting with their own. This is easy. Let's talk about how we build. How many teams do we want to build? So we talked about the 500K. You need 5 teams. 3 teams to be a Premier. Premier 100K, and 100K and 200K is 4 teams. Let's just look at the numbers. So even if Premier was your goal, let's just look at how much more money you can make at the different levels depending on how many teams you're building. So if you were to sponsor and build 3 teams and help them build 3 and help them build 3 and help them build 3 and so on, then over the 4 levels, you'd have 81 people in those 4 levels, and based on 100 points each at 5%, that would be $405 on that level. So you can see the first column is $6 on your level 1 distributors, $45 on your level 2, $135 on your level 3, $405 on your level 4. But if you're duplicating 5 instead, which is not even double the work, your numbers go way up significantly. $10 off your commissions on all your first level distributors, $125 on the second, $625 on the third, $3,125 on the fourth, and over just that 4-level organization, the difference in your income is significant. So let's just look at, so what do we want to do? Build 3, build 4, build 5, build 6, build 7, build 10. You know, there's some people whose goal is to be the #1 income earner in all of XALO, and I say, well, 5 teams should be your minimum then, and you probably want to start with 5 and help them be successful and then go to 5 more. By the way, these numbers are off. It's significantly more than that. I can tell when I got my calculator out, I did not total it up. So the next compensation plan training will have those numbers are even bigger than that. Let's just take a look at them. So this is, we talked about 4 levels, but this is a 9-level payout. 9 levels if you're at the premier position or higher. So in 9 levels, if you're just building the 3 by 3 by 3, there's over 29,000 distributors in that 9 levels. If everybody was just doing 100, there's over $2.9 million in volume. And the check on that, just on this unilevel portion for getting all those additional bonuses we talked about and for getting the global bonus pool, which is huge, $147,000 plus a month. Not bad. That's just by building 3 and everybody doing 100 points a month. What if they were doing 200? What if they were building teams of 5? So a lot of money in the compensation plan. Now let's get into some more training. This is the last part I want to, when you're a new distributor and you're signing up right now, then I want to do my 48-hour training with you, which that's on the blog. For those of you who have not yet been to a Getting Started training webinar, we'll do one next week live. But in that Getting Started training, I have them do a 48-hour assignment. They write their list, they set their goals, and now I want to make sure they understand the details of the compensation plan because they need to make that decision, how many teams they're going to build, 3, 4, 5 more. They need to understand the details of all the different types of bonuses so that they know what they want to focus on. So we have some phenomenal bonuses. We have an incredible customer program. Our customer program pays out 15% on all of your customers every time they place an order weekly. All the customers that place an order this week, even residual orders, next week you get a check. 2 years from now they place an order, a week after that you get a check. It's a weekly payout on not just your customers, 15% on your customers, but you're able to earn off of all of your distributors' customers as well, 9 levels deep. And every time any of those customers in your organization places an order, years from now, whenever a customer places an order through 9 levels, weekly check. With those weekly checks, since the customer program have gone into effect, and especially since they've taken it to a 9-level payout, have gone through the roof. A lot of people are making more on their weekly checks than they've ever made before on their job. So it's very exciting. For all the customer orders, every time a customer places an order, 35% is paid out upline, and then they put 3% of that global bonus pool that premiers 100Ks and 200K share in. They put 2% into a 500K pool that only the 500K share in, which is why that 500K position way up. And think about it again, 3 teams to get to premier, which is 5 figures a month. Just 2 more, so it's not even double. 5 teams to get to 500K, where it's 6 figures a month. That's 10 times the income, not even double the work, because of that pool right there. And then they have some very exciting pools for people who are sponsoring customers. They have these iBonus pools. They have 3 of them. And these are only for the lower ranked people, so that if you're a 1K or a 5K or a 20K, as you're working up towards those positions that will allow you to go full-time and quit your job and make the really big money, as you're working up, you're brand new, 1K. Most people do 1K in their first 30 days, and many people do 1K in a day, and I'll tell you how they do that. But if you're focused on building customers, they look at your customer volume, your I volume they call it, which is all of your customers, everything they order. And XALO allows your customers to refer other customers and get their products free. The Nothing Beats Free program applies for anyone who sponsors 3 or more customers. So if you sponsor a customer and they refer some other customers to get their product free, all of that customer volume counts towards your I volume. And there's a pool, 2% of all the customer orders in the world go into this pool where all the 1Ks who have at least 1,000 points in I volume get to share. It's amazing that they have a bonus pool, a worldwide global bonus pool at the 1K position. 5Ks, they share in a bonus pool as well. 2% of all the customers in the world, all their orders go into a pool that the 5Ks can share in, and then there's a 20K iBonus pool. And then they throw 5% into the incentives, that's our lifestyle bonus, our rank advancement bonuses, the trips, and there's your 50% payout. See, XALO pays out 50%. Now, most companies in network marketing claim they could potentially pay up to 50%, but most people aren't going to get the 50% because most people aren't going to be at the highest ranked position in the company. They're just not. So the actual payout with most companies, the average, I think I heard the most recent average was 32%. There was a publicly traded company we just looked at the other day, 23%. So XALO believes in a partnership with their distributors. We're 50-50 partners. Half the money in XALO goes to distributors. Half the money goes to the company to run the company. And, of course, that's the way it is with all in industry. All products, 50% at least or more, goes into advertising. Now, many of those companies, like Red Bull and Monster Energy drinks, pay that millions and millions of dollars to athletes to endorse their products. XALO pays it to you and me because word of mouth is the best form of advertising when you've got something that you believe in, that you really believe that would have benefit to people. So we get that 50%. That's exciting. Now, every time you sponsor a brand new distributor, their very first order is paid out in what we call a Power Start. So the Power Start orders, which is that first order on a new distributor, they're also paid weekly. And you get 25% off of the first order of every new distributor that you sponsor. And then if you help your people sponsor other people, every time one of your personally sponsored distributor brings in a new person, they would get the 25%. You can get 15%. That is a really nice additional bonus. It helps pay for the cost of recruiting. Oftentimes there's expenses. You meet somebody, you might take them out to lunch, you might give them a product sample or whatever it is, brochures or whatever it is. They will give you an additional large bonus on that very first order, and then they start paying you in the residual. So they also put on new distributor orders 2% into the 500K pool, 3% into the global bonus pool, and 5% into the incentive pools, and there's your 50% on new distributor orders. Residual is what it's all about. We are leveraging ourselves to freedom. J. Paul Getty that said, I'd rather earn 1% off the efforts of 100 people than 100% on the efforts of myself. Direct sales is the 100% on yourself. XALO, it's about leveraging yourself and earning 1% off the efforts of 100 people. So that is our residual. That is, you bring in your distributors and your customers, and now they're ordering next month, next year. 10 years from now, they're placing orders, and as that happens, we earn off of our unilevel, the 9-level unilevel. Now, we actually have the ability to earn multiple streams of income. And and if you were a new person I'm giving this new presentation to, I would say, we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to focus the next 30 days on whatever it is. It might be MB30 limitless, it might be ageless, whatever it is I brought you in for, the money. We're going to focus on that for the next 30 days. But we can actually create multiple streams of income because XANGO, the company behind XALO, has an entire catalog full of phenomenal life-changing products. If you find products 100 points or more in that catalog that you want to purchase, you can create a whole nother stream of income. And you're eligible to actually do that just by being in XALO. It's not a separate company, not a separate structure. You don't have to sign a new application. You don't have to pay another $35. You're just automatically eligible to earn income off of the XANGO division as well. So as people are ordering these products, you're going to get paid through 9 levels. And over on the XALO side, if it's XALO product, you're going to get 2% on off of all your level 1 distributors and 5% off of all the XALO volume by your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th levels. Now, if they're buying XANGO product, the same people, the same levels, any XANGO product purchased by your 1st level distributors, you're going to get 5% on, and your 2nd level, and 10% on your 3rd, 5% on the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 2% on the 9th. So depending on what products, this will depend on what the percentages are on those particular orders. The XANGO side, that's 47% they pay out. 3% they put into the global bonus pool, which gives you a 50% payout. On the XALO side, they put the same amount in the global bonus pool, but they put 5% into the incentives. That's why it's XALO that allows you to drive your own dream. It's XALO that gives you these rank advancement bonuses. XALO has the additional bonuses because XALO puts 5% into the incentives to allow us to do that. And there's your 50%. So as far as your requirements, how are you eligible to earn all of this pay? Well, we talked about the sponsoring and personal volume requirements at the different levels, but we have our PV that we talked about. So on the residual, it's 100 points to be a 1K and a 5K to be eligible for those ranks, and 200 points for 20K and above. But to earn on the customer volume and the Power Start 2nd level, there's a nice little progression. Starting with 100 points, again, will qualify you up to 1K and 5K for your income. It'll also qualify you for all Power Starts on your new distributors, whether they're new XANGO or XALO, it doesn't matter. That 25%, you're eligible for that. It'll also qualify you for all your customers' Power Starts, your personals, on both sides, whether they're XANGO customer or XALO customer. So 100 points will allow someone to get started and earn on all their own customers, all their own new distributors, and up to 4 levels of compensation on the residual side. Now, as you're sponsoring people who are also sponsoring customers of their own, and they're sponsoring distributors of their own, and you want that 2nd level customer payout, you want the 2nd level distributor Power Start payout, you bump up to 200. 200 points, and this 100 and 200 is any combination of products. There's some people love the XALO products, and some people love the XANGO products, and some people love them both. So whether or not you're a XANGO distributor or a XALO distributor, it's the same company, it's the same downline, it's the same network, and you're able to earn off of all XANGO and XALO volume with just 100 points of any product at all. And you're able to earn that 2nd level Power Start and 2nd through 5th level customer payout by bumping up to 200 points of any combination of products. It could be a little XALO, a little XANGO, a little both, all one, all the other, doesn't matter. Now when you're ready to get your customer payout for level 6 through 9, you bump up to 300, any combination of products, doesn't matter. And then when you're ready to get the full depth of the compensation plan on both sides, you need the 200 points in XANGO to be paid as a XANGO, 20K or above. You need 200 points in XALO to be paid as a XALO, 20K or above. So that's kind of 400, right? You can get on a 400 ADP with 200 in each division and maximize your payout. But we can start, again, with 100 points. It's amazing. Start at 100, make a little bit of money, bump up to 200, make a little bit more, bump up to 300, make some more, bump up to 4, and live your dream, because you will be eligible for every bonus in both divisions. Very exciting. Now let's talk about power of one. So there's a lot of people who I sponsor who say, you know what, I don't think I can do this. I don't know anyone. Now it's amazing. There are some people who are living very small lives because that's how they were raised, or that's what they've allowed their life to become. Maybe they have a very low-paying job and they just struggle. They don't, they struggle with their car break. They don't have money if their car breaks down. They get a flat tire. Like, everything's a crisis because they're living paycheck to paycheck and would be homeless within 30 days if they lost their current job. There are people who are just struggling, and more so today than ever before. Some of those people just feel beat up in life. It's all they've got in them just to get to work and get back. And then they just crash in front of the TV eating junk food and ready to fall asleep and do it all over again tomorrow. Some of those people don't believe they can do it. And it doesn't matter if you believe you can or you believe you can't, because either way you're right. So the only way that you're going to be able to be successful is if you believe you can. You have to believe you can do this. So I have some people that say, I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone that has any money. I don't have any money. I can't afford the products. I don't know anyone who has any money. Nobody can afford the products. Well, first of all, there's a little education that you do called transfer buy. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink energy drinks? Do you wash your hair? I mean, we use these products. And as a matter of fact, the products on the market right now for Monster or Red Bull or any of those cost a lot more than our natural, healthy, 15-calorie, 3 gram of sugar energy drink. I mean, those other drinks are $2, $3, $4 versus $1.56. So we educate people and let them know that we're just going to take the same money they have. We're not asking them for an extra $100. It's just take what you're already spending, but buy from your own company, and you're actually getting it even cheaper than that because of the tax benefits of owning your own home-based business. So once you're in your own home-based business, suddenly you can write off things that you could never write off as an employee. I mean, suddenly everything becomes tax deductible. We can actually even take a home office deduction in our home and take part of what we pay on our utilities and our rent or whatever towards this home office deduction because it's the cost of doing business, and money we pay for our cell bills or our internet at home, or money that we pay for gas in our vehicle. It's just amazing. The average person saves $3,000 to $5,000 a year just on the money that they're currently paying in income tax to the IRS just by having a home-based business. So a little education, but they're like, well, I don't know people, and I just can't. Let me ask you something. We have systems and tools. We have phenomenal tools. We have access to this very training I'm doing right now. You can do tomorrow for your brand new person by simply clicking on the recording and letting me train your new person. So you don't have to learn the presentations and learn the training and learn the ins and outs and all that. All you have to do is use the tools. Use the tools to tell somebody about Ageless. Use the tools to tell somebody about Limitless. Use the tools to explain the compensation plan. All you have to do is invite people to look, to listen, to learn, and make their own decisions. And we'll even teach you how to invite people. We'll even teach you how to find people and what to say. So do you think if you spent an entire month inviting people, maybe on your way to work, you stop at the gas station, or maybe on your way home at the grocery store, or maybe at lunchtime you go sit in the park and enjoy a sandwich and meet people and just meet people. What about people that you currently know right now? If you invite enough people and you don't judge anyone and you present the message, some will and some won't. Do you think in an entire month you couldn't find one single person who could do 100 points a month and order a product that's life-changing, that would allow them the benefits, just the benefits of owning your own home-based business and saving $3,000 to $5,000 a year on your taxes alone? You think you can't find one person? And every person I've ever said this to all say, well, yeah, I could find one. All right, so what if we made a 12-month game plan here, and all you have to do is find one single person a month. Every month you got to bring in a new person that'll commit to 100 a month and commit to finding one new person of their own each month for 12 months. That's all we're talking about here. So I spend the whole first month. At the end of the month, I got one person on my downline. They bought 100 points worth of products, and my commission's going to be pretty teeny. Definitely not hitting any rank, not paying for product. But the second month, now it's me and my one. I've got a team. There's two of us now. And as we go out and talk to other people, my one brings in one more, and I bring in one more. Now I've got 3 people on my team at the end of the second month. And now those 3 plus me each get one more. In the third month, I've got 7. And the fourth month, those 7 plus me bring in one more. Now I've got 15. I'm a 1K finally. Not even covering the cost of my products. I'm not the average 1K yet, but hey, I'm a 1K. I just stepped up in rank. I got a pin. I got an achievement. I'm kind of excited. And those 15 people and plus me get one more. In the next month, I've got 31 people. And at the 6th month, I have 63 people, and I am a 5K. Definitely paying for my products, and I'm definitely on my way to big things. 7th month, 127 people. The 8th month, 255 people. I've got 25,000 plus in volume. I'm a 20K. Now, I didn't do it in the 6 months. I didn't get the accelerated rank advancement bonus for 20K, but hey, I'm a 20K, and I got the $3,000 bonus. But now the very next month, this is the power of duplication, the very next month, I go from 20K to Premier. And I definitely got the accelerated bonus there. So I'm not only going on that trip, but I got handed a big chunk of cash on that trip. The very next month, 100K accelerated. The very next month, 200K accelerated. The very next month, 500K now. You'll see 409,000 in volume. That's true, but along the way, many of those people, as we talked about that 1-step, 2-step, 100, 200, 300, 400, people are upgrading. People are increasing their volume, and you're definitely going to be over 500,000 at this point. So, wow, 500K in 12 months, really? I mean, we've got a very healthy plan that if you do it in 4 years, you can get all of those accelerated bonuses. But wow, with the power of one, if you commit yourself to anything and you are consistent, you can still accomplish great, big, giant things. The only way you will not be successful is if you do not persistently and consistently talk to new people every single day and invite those people to join and commit to this process. It's not about doing the business sometimes. I always say you can do it big time, you can do it small time, you can do it full time, you can do it part time, but you can't do it sometimes. You can't just, when the opportunity presents itself, then and somebody happens to say something to you that just opens the floodgates like, wow, I needed healthy energy drinks. I love energy drinks, but this has just got so much caffeine and sugar and it's so unhealthy and I wish I could find something natural. Well, if you only talk to people when those types of situations arise, you're going to miss out on building this lifelong residual income. All right, now you've been in the company and you're building and I'm helping you and I got you to 1K, 5K, and we're ready. We've been in 30, 60, 90 days and you're talking to people and all that, and now you're starting to run across some people who are familiar with or in other network marketing companies. And those people will say, well, my company is da-da-da, and they want to talk intelligently. So we have some trainings where we actually will go into in their archive and in the back office, we'll explain binary compensation plans and stair-step breakaways and the advantages and disadvantages to the different plans out there, and you should become familiar with that. But what I really focus on at this point is getting you to really be able to talk intelligently about the XALO plan. Why, and XANGO as well, why has XANGO created? How did they create over 100 millionaires in their first 10 years? It's because of our compensation plan with this little feature called dynamic compression. This is how we have an actual 50% payout, because 99.9% of all companies in network marketing keep what's called breakage. Now what breakage is there's the potential payout in all companies. In XANGO and XALO, that potential payout is 9 levels in the unilevel, plus the global bonus pools and all these. But as you're working your way up through the ranks, a 1K is only eligible to earn 4 levels. A 5K is eligible to earn 5 levels. A 20K is eligible to earn 7 levels. So at those ranks, what if you have volume below the levels that you're eligible to get paid on? Well, most companies keep it. It's called breakage. You're not yet eligible to earn it, so the company keeps it. However, with XANGO, they pay the breakage. If you're not eligible to earn the bonus, instead of the company keeping it, they pay it to the first person in your upline who is eligible to earn that bonus. Same thing is true with your team. As you're building a team, if you're 1 rank ahead of your team, then you get their breakage. If you're a 5K, eligible for 5 levels of pay, and you've got a leg who's a 1K, and they got volume down 10 levels deep, they're only eligible to earn 4, you get the breakage, not just on your 1K, but on your 2nd level distributor and the 3rd and the 4th, which means 10 levels deep. Whoa, how does that work? All right, here's a little chart that just kind of shows a payout. Ben's a new distributor signing up. Under Adam, Ben's going to place an order. It's 100 points. And so now XALO needs to pay out that order. So from Ben, his sponsor is Adam, who's a preferred rep, and preferred reps are eligible for level 1 bonus, so that gets paid to him. Sarah's a preferred rep, so she gets level 2. Gary is just a rep. The difference between a preferred rep and a rep? Simple. A preferred rep is on auto ship, on ADP, or automatic delivery program. A rep is not. So if any month you order 100 points in product, you'll be a rep and you'll be eligible for 2 levels of pay. If you're on the ADP, the automatic delivery program, that's all the only difference, then you're eligible for 3 levels. So Gary, just a rep, he doesn't get 3 levels, so he's skipped. And that 3rd level payout goes to Bob. Bob's a 1K and is eligible actually for up to 4, so definitely for a 3rd level bonus. Now we have to pay out level 4. Bob's sponsor, Sally, is just a preferred rep, not eligible for the 4th level, so the computer skips her. The next upline is Joe. He's a 5K and he's eligible. So Joe gets level 4. Kathy's a 5K. She's qualified to get level 5. Carol's a 5K, not eligible for level 6, so skips her. Peter's a premier. He's eligible, so he gets level 6. Mike is a 20K, eligible for level 7. He gets that. Sue, a premier, gets level 8. Tom, a premier, gets level 9. And so that's how this is paid. Now, this is how 1 order is paid to the upline. Now let's look at how it would affect you in an entire organization. This is an example of a 22-level organization. Now I have the different ranks in here identified, and to make this easier, I've made them all accelerating ranks as they go up. So you'll see on level 1 there's Jen, who's a premier, and on level 2 there's Rob, who's a premier. Level 3 there's Jim, who's a 20K, and then I've got some other 5Ks in there, but I've got Liz highlighted because she's the first 5K in this upline. if you start at the bottom. I got a bunch of 1Ks in there, but you'll see Ron highlighted because he's the first upline 1K in this example. A couple preferred reps. Hal, I've got him highlighted because he's the first upline preferred rep in this example. So here's the 22 levels. And if you look at this chart, and this chart is on the website, I'll show you where to get it. You can actually download it in a PDF. You can have it big and print it out and actually show it to people. You'll see how every single order here is paid. So if you look all the way down to Ann on level 22, she's a rep. When she places her order, you follow it upline and see that level 1 gets paid to Mary. Level 2 gets paid to Dan. Level 3 skips John, because he's only a rep, and goes to Hal, because he's a preferred rep. Level 4 skips Corey and Sal, because they're only preferred reps, and gets paid to Ron, because he's the first upline 1K to Ann. Level 5 goes to the first upline 5K or above from Ron, so it's going to skip Rick and Fran and Lynn and Beth and Mick and Don and go to Liz. She's the first upline 5K in this example. Now level 6 is going to go to the first person upline from Liz, who's a 20K or above. So it's going to skip Carl and Skip and Hugh and Jerry. It goes to Jim. Jim gets paid level 6. Level 7 goes to the first person upline from Jim, who's a 20K or above, and that's Rob. He's a premier. Level 8 then gets paid from the first person upline from Rob, who's a premier or above. That's Jen. And level 9 will go to the next person upline from Jen, who's a premier or above. Now, in this example, you can follow Mary's order up, Don's, Dan's, John's, Hal's, Corey's, and look and see how all of those orders are paid. But if you notice, Hal got paid. He's only eligible for 2 levels, but he actually got paid 4 levels deep because of dynamic compression. And Ron, who's only a 1K, who's only eligible for 4 levels, actually got paid 7 levels deep because of this dynamic compression. So what's really awesome about this to understand is other companies might have what they call infinity bonuses. And they'll say, oh, do you have infinity bonuses? Well, we have something better than infinity bonuses because infinity bonuses, with most companies, they're leadership bonuses. And they would only be given to people who are like at the premier or above level. Those are leadership levels. But this feature called dynamic compression, as you can see, gives the equivalency of an infinity bonus to all levels in the compensation plan, actually from preferred rep and above, if you're a step ahead in rank of the people on your team. So 1Ks can get an infinity type of bonus, and 5Ks and 20Ks. This is huge as you're working and progressing through the comp plan and helping your people too. You can earn the dynamic compression on their entire organizations as they're building. So very exciting that these infinity type of bonuses are not just for the highest ranking people in the companies. So let's just look at what this meant. Hal, on the right, is the preferred rep. You'll see he got paid actually 4 levels deep. And Ron actually got paid 7 levels deep. It was the level 4 bonus on his level 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because what he really got was Sal's 4th level because he wasn't eligible to earn it, Corey's 4th level, and Hal's 4th level. That's how that worked. Wow. Liz is a 5K. Look at how many levels deep she got paid on. Look at Jim, a 20K. Look at Rob and Jen. So what our compensation plan really means is a 1K gets paid on a minimum of 4 levels, not just on 4 levels, a minimum of 4 levels. A 5K gets a minimum of 5 levels. This right here is so huge, and is the reason why XANGO has produced more millionaires than any other network marketing company ever in their first 10 years, and will continue to do so, especially with the new XALO division and the XALO compensation plan. Watch out for what's going to happen with our average incomes and the number of millionaires that we produce in the next 10 years. So pretty phenomenal. So in closing, I just want to make sure that we're going to go back to the basics here and that you understand the getting started, the simplicity, the how we're going to maximize our compensation. So when I bring a new person in, I bring them in for one thing, one product, one division, one story. So if I'm talking to somebody who wants to make money, that's their primary thing. They don't care about the product. I mean, they care about it. They want to make sure it's a good product, but they're not coming in for the product. They're coming in for the lifestyle. They're coming in for the business opportunity. So for those people, I do the presentation I just showed you with just talking about the division and then going into the money. Other people, again, they're going to come in just for, there's people that are building businesses just with Glimpse, the XANGO skincare, or just with Surveyo, XANGO's weight loss product line, or just with whatever it is. You're going to tell one story to bring people to the table. It's as simple as easy. When we get to the table, there's a feast prepared. But how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So we're going to start off with our one story, our one thing. So when you come in, if I happen to bring you in for XALO Ageless is the target product or the target focus that we're talking about, then I would bring you in for that. 100 points of any product from any division will qualify you for up to 4 levels of pay in the unilevel in both divisions. Also, again, as we talked about, it'll also qualify you for your Power Start bonuses on the first order of all your new distributors and on the level 1 customer bonus of all your customers. But as we're working and building and bringing in people and starting to duplicate, and we want to start earning more levels of pay, then 200. 200 of any product in any division will get me my second level Power Start and my second through fifth level customer orders. If that 200 is XANGO, then it'll also qualify me for all levels and all titles in the XANGO compensation plan. If that 200 was XALO, it would qualify me for everything in the XALO plan. But if it's 200 combination, then I might still only be qualified up to the 5K position in either division. But the full depth of our customer, of our Power Start and 5 levels of customers. Now I bump up to 300. 300 any combination, any product. Now I'm getting the full customer payout, 9 levels of customer volume. And again, if 200 of that was XALO and 100 of it was XANGO, I would be qualified on the XANGO side for up to the 5K position, on the XALO side for all levels and all ranks in the compensation plan. And if you want to be qualified for all levels and all ranks in both divisions, then you do 200 in each. 100, 200, 300, 400. Start off with a couple levels in your own Power Starts and customers, and then start to qualify to earn the second level Power Starts and second through fifth on the customers, and then qualify to earn global bonus pools and all of this stuff. This is a feast of financial freedom available to you through XALO, this new division, and through XANGO, the company behind it, with so many life-changing products that it's very easy to simply hand somebody a catalog, they order additional products, and with your same team and the same network that you've created, all of a sudden just watch your income double, triple, quadruple as people go from 100, 200, 300, 400. We've got an amazing journey ahead of us, and let's roll up our sleeves and go to work. So this is the money, and now it's time for a game plan. Now it's time to get your 48-hour training, make your list, and set your goals, and let me help you work that list to build this team and build your dreams. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to close this part of the training and get to the questions. I've got several questions in the Ask a Question box. So if there are additional questions that you have not yet put in the system or put in the question box, please do so and I'll get to those. Let me get a couple of them answered here. The majority of them are. Just pulling up a new browser and getting my screen share tool to show this. All right, so most of the questions so far have to do with, let me resume sharing. All right, have to do with, talked about the getting started training, so where is it? If you go to the training, whoops, there we go. If you go on the training tab, you'll see there's a drop-down menu. One says Super Saturday and one says Training Center. So if you go to the Super Saturday, you will see archives of the past month's worth of Super Saturdays. There are all the Super Saturdays we have ever done are archived in the back office of My Power System. But for those people who are brand new, have not yet signed up in My Power System yet, then we make the last, usually at least 4 weeks worth of webinars and trainings available to you. So if you go to the training and you go to the Super Saturday, then you will see where you can register for the upcoming Super Saturdays. Underneath that are the archives. So in the archives, we have not only a link to the webinar, such as this, but also if there are presentations, and there'll be a link to the PowerPoints and the PDF documents, etc. So where are the documents in the Super Saturday trainings? Right here, there's a link, View Documents from our Super Saturday trainings in the Training Resource Center. So these are the recordings to the webinars, and I go to the document link, the Resource Center, and now I'm in the Training Center where, again, I've got the webinar recordings, but now I've got the PowerPoint presentation. So this is the PowerPoint for the Getting Started Good, Better, Best training. This is the PowerPoint for the 48-hour assignment. This is the PowerPoint from My Power System, the $1 Million System. And this is the one for the compensation plan presentation and training that we're doing. And then here there's the PDF document. So if you want to download your 48-hour assignment, which I recommend that you do, and actually have the sheet so that you can hand them to your new person and have them sit down and fill it out, there's power in writing your goals, in writing your own handwriting. So these are the PDF documents, prospect sheets, time management sheets, goal setting, all of that. And then the My Power System form is the first 100 form. I would recommend that everybody view the Getting Started training that I did last week, which I just realized did not get posted here. It says recording coming soon. By the time you've heard this recording, or for those of you that are on this webinar, it'll be done immediately. I'll have it up within 10 minutes after we close here. And then it takes time for the recordings to populate, so it'll be tomorrow or Monday at the latest before today's is up. But we'll have the links, and in there we talk about My Power System. And we talk about how if you get My Power System and you send out 100 presentations in your first 30 days, and then you duplicate that. Out of that 100, 80-20 results say 80% won't be interested, 20% will, and we find that number is higher actually with XALO. However, we're only using a 5% success ratio because maybe only 5% are going to duplicate, right? 5% is 20% of the 20%. And so if everybody just sends out 100 presentations in their first 30 days and 25 a month after and duplicates that, wait till you see what the numbers will do. It'll blow you away. So there's your track to run on there. And there's a link to the Training Center directly. There are presentations, XALO presentations that we talked about in My Power System. If you want to view some of them, you simply would go to XALO on the XALO drop-down menu, XALO presentations. And if you go here, these are recorded presentations that are in My Power System. And My Power System is a system that will simply allow you to enter your contacts indirectly. There's a warm market wizard, makes it very easy to enter contacts and send out pre-written emails with links to media packs. Media packs are a pack of media that includes sometimes videos, audios, documents, whatever's in there, links to other sites, but that allows you to give a full presentation with the media pack. So that's what these are. These are My Power System media packs. There's some phenomenal ones. This new XALO Ageless Product Media Pack, for example. If I meet somebody and I tell them about Ageless and I just want to give them product information, not this full, we're not talking about compensation or any of that, then this would be what I would send them. And this is in your My Power system, but this is off of our demo account, so you can view and see what's in there. And there's a couple of very short videos. One of them, you decide what the last 10 years of your life will look like, which gives a dramatic difference of the same guy, but what the last 10 years of his life would look like depending on his choices today. So one of them is a vibrant, healthy man. The other one, he's in a nursing home and on oxygen. And as you see it side by side, it's powerful. This opens up the mind of any person who watches, like, oh my gosh. And then Dr. Von Johnson talks about the theories of aging. It's just a few minutes long. Then he talks about the XALO Ageless product. Again, it's like 8 minutes, tells you all about the product, ingredients, everything. Then a couple-minute video from Dr. Johnson on what you can expect, results from the XALO Ageless product. And then a link to the XALO Experiences site, XALOexperiences.com. If you haven't been there, check it out. It's amazing. People are sharing their experiences. The results that they've been getting with XALO products is phenomenal. Link to the corporate site, and then information on our Nothing Beats Free program. So a lot of people, if their objection is I can't afford it, well, let me show you how to get it for free. Once they've demonstrated they can get it for free by referring other customers, they have demonstrated their ability to talk to people, share a message with them, and invite them to get involved, which at that point in time is when I convert them to a 1K, because they can go 1K in a day. How do you go 1K in a day? You sign up as a customer first. You refer 3 or more other customers, get your products free, get your volume to 100 points. I mean your group volume to 1,000 points, your personal is 100. And then you convert to a distributor. And the moment you convert, you're a 1K, and not only are you getting a free product next month, but you're getting a check too. It's very exciting. But I start with just this product info. Then what do? So once I've sent them that information, I want to tell them about the money. Then I go back up here to one of these presentations. Our leaders, many of the leaders, Sandy Cohen did a presentation and I did a presentation. So did Gray Stick and Greg Adair and Ray Heron and Dwayne Dyer and Mike McCarthy and Betty Quattlebaum, and more will come. So watch them all. Different presentations. I think people have different backgrounds and they relate to different people. So there is such a great variety here that there's sure to have a presentation for everyone. So start with the media pack, send it to them, then send them a presentation. 100 presentations in your first 30 days, 25 a month thereafter. Check out the training and see what kind of results that will work, or that will result. So phenomenal. Anyway, I would recommend that you go to the blog and check out everything that's there. Subscribe to our blog. That way every time there's a new blog post on an event, you'll get emailed instantly. Subscribe to our newsletter. Find us on Facebook and like us on Facebook, then you'll be connected that way as well. And so as something goes on the blog, it'll update on the Facebook, or if something's put on the Facebook My Power Systems group, then you'll be notified of that. So a lot of awesome stuff here, and I think that is most of the questions here. No, there's another question about My Power Systems, so let me go in here. So mypowersystem.com, if you're not yet a member, you can try it. Get started now, 7-day trial for $1. There are 3 different levels in My Power System. The majority of people are start at the standard. It's $20 a month, and it'll give you access to all the things that are created by the system. The emails, the media packs, everything created by the system you have access to. The professional, at the $29.95 a month, allows you to create your own media packs and add media to your media library and access to some phenomenal training, some extra training that we've paid a lot of money for and have to pay royalties on. So that's in what's called our XANGO Success School, and you're able to access that at the professional level. The Premier, there's a lot of extra tools if you wanted to get into advertising and be able to rotate leads to people. If you want direct access by phone to technical support, But the thing is, your dollar will get you anything. So I tell people, do your dollar for Premier and then change your program to either the standard or the professional, whatever you want, within your 7 days. That way at least you have access to everything at first and you can see what's in there and get help if you need it, setting up your system with technical support, and then go to either the standard or professional. So you can do that there, but they want to know where these things are. Let me show you. So when you log into your account, and you'll log in with your XANGO ID number and your password as you set up your account, then you go to the Contact Manager, and in the Contact Manager you can add a contact, which gives you all the details, their address and all of that, or use the Warm Market Wizard, which most of the time I use the Warm Market Wizard. But when you're brand new, you always do, right? Because you're brand new and you're entering all the people you know. They're your warm markets. Click here to get started. And you have to confirm that you know the people that you're going to enter into the system. And then now we can enter a whole bunch of people at one time, and you can do this page after page after page. And the only thing that we're entering using this is their first and last name, phone number, and email. And then we want to send an email right away. So I usually send people the XALO Ageless Customer because I want everybody to know everything about the product. Now, depending on my prospect, if they also want to know about the money, or if they want to know about MB30, or if, you know, depending on that, that will depend on the second thing that I send them. But this is pretty much what I send everybody the very first time, is XALO Ageless Customer, to give them information on that product. So if I pick that and put in their name, click next, it will put them into my Contact Manager and send them out that email instantly. So what does that look like? That's what everybody wants to know here. So let me get into my Contact Manager. Well, this is a demo account, so I don't know really what's in here. Let's, here, I'll pick this test. So if this was my contact that was in there and I used the Warm Market Wizard, this contact category right here would say Warm Market. So I'm going to move them at this point to what kind of a prospect they are. If it's a XALO prospect, I would move them over here. If they're product only, or if they're business, or maybe I want to create my own category. So there's some user lists that you can put, or now they've become a distributor and I'm going to move them to that category. So you can do that. And you can add all kinds of additional information with their address and all kinds of things. But in here, when you pull up your contact, you can click Send an Email, and it brings up a little drop-down box with, select what, the pre-written thing. So income comparison, show me the money for XANGO side if people want to know about the XANGO compensation plan, or whatever it is. And so you find these are all the system created that you have access to, even at the $20 level. Let's say you want to tell them about the Faveo product. You know, they express they want to lose weight. Well, you know what? XANGO has this phenomenal weight loss line. Let me send you some information. And so maybe that's what I go in and I click. And so here it is, this pre-written, whatever it is, the pre-written email with a link to a media pack that will tell them all the information that they need to know. So go in, and we recommend that you put yourself into your own Contact Manager and send yourself everything so that you can see and experience what your prospect will get. And, of course, you can customize that as you bring up a pre-written email. Oftentimes, and I'll just do this again just to make sure that you know what I'm saying on this. Oftentimes, I will go in here and customize it by just putting in my own paragraph above this. Great meeting you at Costco today, whatever it is. So when I send something, I'm going to actually, if I want to personalize it or customize it, I can just add what I want to say to the pre-written email. But look, you're a professional. You just got started. You're brand new in XANGO, and now you're able to send out professional presentations with professionally pre-written emails and follow up with them. So there's a lot more questions in here now about my power system. So let me just take you to this page and say, under the training, under the Super Saturday, or even let's just go to the training center, there is a training on my power system right here, my power system training. View the recording, and you can learn how to use all the tools that are in my power system to help you promote Faveo, all the tools to help you promote XALO Ageless, all the tools to help you promote with NB30, and it's all about your marketing site. So I'm just going to show you that because there's a bunch of questions on that. Now I'm not going to do any more of my power system stuff. So over here, you pick what you want to show. These are different, what we call landing pages. So you're going to have a marketing site, and you can have a marketing site that when you send somebody to it, the first thing they see is this. And this is what mine is. Mine's set to this as the default because for the most part, this is what I want to send people to. I'm talking about ageless and talking about the new division. And so people will go and they have to fill out their information, show me inside. That puts them automatically into my contact manager. And now they get to go inside and see the videos and stuff on XALO, etc. So 100 your first month and 25 a month after that, duplicate it. Fantastic system to run on. All right, last question in here is on the compensation plan. I was told by XANGO that there are not two different income streams. It's only XALO for new people, and the XANGO comp plan is only for those who have been in. That is absolutely not correct. So let me make sure that you understand. This is one company and one downline. Anybody who joins XANGO has the ability to purchase XALO products as well, and they're downline too. You sign up in XANGO, you're already eligible for both divisions. As you're building an organization, the people in that organization who buy XANGO products, those products get paid out in the XANGO compensation plan. Those same people, if they order XALO products, those purchases are paid out in the XALO compensation plan. So it's two different compensation plans, but it's one company, one downline, just two different payouts, multiple streams of income. And it doesn't matter if you were in XANGO first or if you were in XALO first. You are in the company XANGO no matter what you signed up for and eligible for multiple streams of income. It's just simply this. If I have 100 people on my team all buying XANGO products only, then I might be eligible for XALO payout, but without any XALO volume, there won't be a XALO payout. But if I simply tell all those people about ageless and they start ordering that too, now all of a sudden I'm getting paid out in the XANGO comp plan this much money, and I'm getting paid out in the XALO compensation plan this much money. So it's multiple streams of income eligible for everybody, no matter what division you started with, doesn't matter. And I think I have all the rest of them answered, so I'm going to go back to the blog for just a moment and let Sandy talk about two things, and I'm just going to pull up, Sandy first, I'm going to pull up the FAVEO New Year, New You, so you can let them know about that, what you're doing, and then when you get to it, I will pull up the promotion on what's going on Sunday night with Max Steingart.
Thank you, Colli, and obviously just such gratitude for you taking all the time and energy to present something that I think is probably the most unique opportunity in all of network marketing for decades. I mean, we've done something that no one else has done before. Rod Cook, the MLM watchdog, who's also a consultant to the industry for more years than most people are old, calls this divisional diversification. Brilliant. But the way you explain the compensation plan is so simple, and what people can realize is that they don't have to be able to explain it. They have to understand it. But just send out the trainings, just send out the webinars. And then, you know, Colli's just spent over an hour, and while she's training someone, you could be having conversations with other people, call them back in an hour and a half, and then get their questions answered. And if you're brand new, pull in one of your upline partners to help you. So New Year, New You, every Monday we are doing a 12-week transformation. I think we're going into I think it's week 6. Maybe it's even week 5. But quite honestly, it's week 6, and I've been traveling so much that I've gone backwards and I'm doing week 4. So it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're just getting on the program or you're looking at the program, but the results are beyond belief, especially for people like me who have yo-yo dieted all of their life. It's been probably over 50 years that I've been on one diet or another. And I think it was 2 weeks ago, we had a guest sharing her experience and actually mentioned a diet that I missed. I can't believe I missed it. It was called the gummy bear diet. I mean, I missed the gummy bear diet. Obviously, it doesn't work either. And once you pass a certain age, especially the women, because we deal with hormones, we deal with stress of our family, our spouses, what happens to this visceral fat that's toxic waste actually turns to cement. So join us on Monday night at 6 o'clock. Doesn't matter whether you're on the program or you're looking to get on the program. But we record all the webinars, so if you missed sessions 1 through 5, not to worry, you just go and catch up. So that's every Monday. And we have articles, and we have a nurse talking about certain products. So very, very informative, and we have fun. In addition to that, every Monday, every once in a while, Colli and I search for very special guests to do a very special event webinar. And tomorrow afternoon, I'm doing a live webinar a live seminar here in Las Vegas at a friend and new partner's home here in Las Vegas for Ageless Revolution. And it's focusing on really empowering people with the knowledge they need to be ageless, to live the last 10 years of their life with quality instead of disease. And that's tomorrow at 1. So if you know anybody in the Vegas area, I posted the flyer all over Facebook, including my own page and on my Power System Facebook page as well. And at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, we're doing a very special event with my social media coach. And I remember, Colli, before I knew how to use a computer, I used to stand over you and watch you and just be hypnotized and said, oh my goodness, will I ever learn to do what you do? And I remember listening to an audio tape, and this is in the 90s, before I ever knew how to turn on a computer. And somebody on this audio tape said the following words: if you do not embrace technology, those who do will leave you in the dust. This is the 21st century. And here in Las Vegas, a little bit of background, I went to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, which is the big newspaper here, hosted an event. Free. They served you breakfast. They served you lunch. The Chamber of Commerce was there. There were authors there. In the audience was plumbers, electricians, doctors, and people in network marketing. And basically, they said that social media and the Internet has changed not just how we communicate, but how we all do business. And I made a decision that I wanted to learn this new technology, but I didn't want to wait a year or two to figure it out on my own. So I searched out the expert who's been doing it for almost 20 years, teaching tens of thousands of others. And we're going to have Max Steingart on our special event webinar tomorrow night. Now, this is only for our XANGO family. Please do not invite potential partners. Do not invite people that are not within our XANGO family. This is our secret weapon. I only share this once people get an ID number and they want to have the ability to use social media, especially if you want to build an international business. But remember one thing, your warm market is always first priority. But I made a commitment this year. I wanted to start building an international team. Now, Colli and Eddie and I obviously have people on our team all over the world, but I did not have business builders I personally sponsored until last month. January was, I got to tell you, the best month I've ever had in 21 years. I sponsored 12 people, most of which came through what you're going to find out about tomorrow night with Max and his Max method. So we're going to max out the phone lines. I can tell you that. So hurry up. Colli will show you where to register for this call. Do whatever you can to be able to be on this webinar, because Max and I talked early this morning, and he's also going to give you some tips free on how to build internationally as well as in your own backyard. So don't miss it tomorrow. Colli, if you show everybody where to register for this special event. And again, we so appreciate all the time and commitment you put into sharing from your heart and passion how to teach people that they really can live the life they deserve to live instead of what they have to. Back to you, dear.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And this webinar with Max may not be for absolutely everyone, because there might be some people that want to learn about whatever it is that's first, but everyone should listen. And you might not be ready to pull the trigger on it yet, because there are some people who don't even have a computer. I mean, there are some people that need to learn some basic skills before, but you still want to be on it and listen and be aware of what's available, because you might be ready in a week, you might be ready in a month, you might be ready in a couple months, and you might be ready now. But knowing what's here will help you know that when you get to a point, and everybody does, like initially we all want to work with our warm market. If you're brand new, you should be talking to everybody you know. I mean, you're going to spend your first 30, 60, 90 days talking to everybody you know about this business. But getting started training will tell you how to do it. Using the opinion approach is fantastic. That first 30 to 60 to 90 days, I mean, first 30 days is golden, because you don't even have to make a commitment yet on the business. You just call everyone you know and say, you know, I'm looking at this. It looks good, sounds good. I'd sure love you to help me evaluate the product and the business. They've got a money-back guarantee on their product, so if you want to try a month's supply for $120, or I give you a 5-day supply for $40 or whatever it is, and the training will go into detail on that. You're going to spend that first 30 days using that opinion approach, doing what we call a test market, launching your business. But then very quickly you're going to get to the point that you now have brought in, talked to everybody that you know, and you're ready for that next step, that next level of that next, how do I talk to strangers? And the interesting thing is that even if you're not using his method for Facebook, the information, the questions he gives you on how to qualify people and how to see if they're a good candidate for your business, you can use when you meet somebody at the grocery store. The words are valuable in how to pre-qualify and invite somebody, or how to first just establish the relationship and the rapport and ask the right questions to see even if they're a good candidate. So you can use the Max method with anyone you meet, whether or not it's in person or online. So very valuable training information, and available Sunday night. So on the blog, if you go to events and you hit the drop-down menu on events, you'll see special events. If you click on that, you'll get right to it. If you just go to the blog, it's the first post on the blog. So if you just go to ourpowersystem.com, oh, that's what I didn't say what the blog name was. I thought I did. Ourpowersystem.com, and it's our support site. So if you just go there, the first thing you'll see is the special event webinar. So in here, you just click on that link and register for the meeting, just like you did for today's meeting. And you'll be registered, and you'll have fantastic information. And if for some reason it doesn't work out for your time zone or wherever you're at and you're not able to join us live, it will also be archived and made available to you, the training, so that you could also share with a team member that you might sponsor next week or next month and let them also get this training. So with that, I think we are about done. Sandy, why don't you close us up for the day?
Whoops, I forgot to take me off mute. Thank you again, everyone. What you do personally over the next 90 days will set you up, not just for the rest of the year, but possibly the rest of your life. And there's a price to pay for success. Are you willing to do what you need to do to get what you want? So make a decision today. Disconnect your cable, disconnect your TV, set yourself on fire, and let's all change lives, one person at a time. Have a great weekend, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, all. Thank you all.